Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'll be doing a 2024 election prediction between Sherrod, Brown, and Ron DeSantis. UEP recently made one of these. These two are probably each party's strongest candidates. So yeah, I'm going to try to make today's video kind of short. I'm tired right now. So I'm going to try to make this pretty quick. I'm going to start off by labeling all the Sherrod Brown safe states. I think that Colorado would be safe. DeSantis is fairly strong with Hispanic and Latino voters, but I think that Brown is also pretty strong with minorities, and DeSantis is a pretty bad candidate in the suburbs, and the state is shifting to the left. New York as well. DeSantis stays to Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, the Dakotas, Nebraska's at large, and 3rd Congressional District, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and Kentucky. Now as for Sherrod Brown's likely states, I'm going to give him New Mexico, Virginia, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, or Minnesota, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Maine at large. And I'm also going to give him New Hampshire. I wasn't quite certain with New Hampshire. I'm going to give it to him. So in New Mexico, it was likely in 2020 Brown's going to be too strong with Hispanic and Latino voters, even if DeSantis is also fairly strong. In Minnesota, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Brown is a really good candidate for the white working class. DeSantis he's better than most Republicans, but he's still not great with the white working class. Maine and New Hampshire, Brown is also too strong with white rural voters. As for DeSantis' likely states, Montana, Kansas, Missouri, Indiana, South Carolina, Florida, West Virginia safe, and Alaska. So, in Montana, he's too weak with white rural, and Nebraska's first. It's not like he's too weak with white rural voters, it's that Brown is too strong with white rural voters. Same thing in Kansas. It was already likely DeSantis will not be able to do better than that. In Missouri, once again, he's too weak with white rural, Brown is too strong with white rural Midwestern voters, too strong with white rural working class voters in Indiana. South Carolina was likely in 2020. Brown is pretty strong with black voters. Pretty strong with the white rural vote, and he'll probably do pretty well in the suburbs. In Alaska, it was already like R plus 10, so it's still likely. And we're seeing larger Native American turnout, and that'll likely favor Sherrod Brown. Also, I think he would carry Nebraska second likely. It'll be between lean and likely. I'm just gonna give it to him likely because DeSantis is not a very good suburban candidate. As for Brown's lean states, Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, Wisconsin, and Ohio. So, in Nevada, DeSantis is fairly strong with Hispanic and Latino voters, but I think that Brown is pretty good with white rural voters. Did pretty well in Washoe County. In Arizona, I think that he's good in Phoenix and suburbs, and will probably do better with white rural voters. DeSantis may be better with Hispanic and Latino voters. I still think that Brown's decent with them. I forgot to discuss Florida and Nebraska's first. Nebraska's first. It's too suburban. It has a lot of white. It also has white rural votes, so I'm going to give it to Brown or DeSantis likely. Florida, DeSantis' home state. He's looking to win by like 11 or 12% there. I think he's probably going to win by like 7%. Or maybe 11, 12%, like on like the high end. Maybe on the high end, maybe like 16%. But I think that he probably won by like 6 or 7% in Florida on the presidential level. Anyways, back to Brown's lean states. Georgia, he's better with, he's strong with black voters, and the suburbs are shifting to left, and DeSantis is not a great suburban candidate. However, I think that Brown would also probably do better with white rural voters. Among those that turn out, I think that white rural turnout would probably be down. In Ohio, this is his home state. He's strong with the white working class. I'm going to give it to him lean. In Wisconsin, white working class state. He'll probably do pretty well in Milwaukee. Probably do pretty well in Madison. He'll probably do well with the white working class in western Wisconsin. For DeSantis' lean states, he has Texas and Maine second. So in Texas, Sherrod Brown's pretty strong with the white rural vote. It honestly could be tilt. Because Sherrod Brown is strong with the white rural vote, and he's he's still strong in like Houston and Dallas and then their suburbs or in I guess suburbs of cities. I think he'd also do pretty well along the border, and pretty well Hispanic and Latino voters. So it could be tilt state. I'm just gonna go to DeSantis lean because I'm gonna be generous to him. In Maine second, like Brown is a pretty strong candidate there. However, it's just gotten too conservative. We could see it be a Brown at best case scenario for sure. Brown probably lean blue, but I'm gonna give it to DeSantis lean. And now for Brown's tilt states, he has known well. DeSantis has Iowa and North Carolina. So in Iowa, it's a very white rural state, and Brown would be very, very good at the white rural vote. Also, I don't think that DeSantis would be amazing with the white rural vote. He actually, I think it's hard to tell. He wouldn't do very well at the Trump base, but he is a traditional Republican type, which would probably help him, but he's too Trumpist, I think, to have a lot of traditional appeal. But Trump did do well with them, so it's hard to tell. But Brown is just so strong with them. And then in North Carolina, I think that Sherrod Brown is strong, and he's strong in the suburbs, strong with the black vote. But it takes a lot for I just recently went on an election shuffler and just looked at what it would take for North Carolina to flip blue, and it takes a lot. It takes high turnout in Charlotte, or not high turnout, but increased turnout in Charlotte and Raleigh, probably some decreased turnout in Western North Carolina, and they would probably need to flip Scotland County. So it takes a lot, for them to be able to flip the states. So it's hard to tell, but I do think that right now DeSantis, I would say would nearly carry it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like below. Stay tuned for our next video tomorrow. Not certain what to do. I really don't really know what to do with my videos. So please let me know what you guys want me to do. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.